what's up guys, it's Goblin here, back to another episode. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing something very nice. We're gonna be watching Mohamed live, 3-time world champion, play against Sub, one of the best players at the moment in Clash Royale as well. Sub was actually the one to lose against Mohamed Light in the last world finals, making these guys the #1 and the #2 in the last world finals. Zero qualifier is actually happening today, so that is why they are practicing, and they're not gonna be the only ones playing it. I'm also gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be live streaming it for you guys while playing. I am of course gonna be mainly focused on my game. I'm gonna try hard as much as possible, but I did want to live stream it for you guys to kind of experience how it is to play these qualifiers and just try and be like in the zone, in the mood. So what is a better way of preparing to qualify, preparing to play, by watching, by learning from the two best players in the world right now, Mohamed Light against Sub. They are playing the duel format. Basically, for those who don't know what that means, for those who don't really know what it is, it's a format where you can't repeat your cards. It's a best of 3 format, so the first player to wins 2 matches wins the best of 3, but you cannot repeat a single card after playing it in, for example, game #1. Let's say, for example, here, Mohamed Light used the barbell. He cannot be playing with the barbell in game 2. And in game 3, I actually talked to one of the coaches from this player, and they're currently playing game #2. I'm not sure who won game 1, but we were a little bit late joining this practice, but I'm sure that they're still going to be playing a lot of matches, and hopefully we can enjoy, most importantly, learn a lot from today's video. So I hope to see you guys, by the way, in my live stream. I'm going to be live streaming the entire qualifier, so we're starting at 4 p.m. European time, 4 p.m. for me in the Netherlands. I'm not sure what time it's going to be for you guys. And yo, that giant skeleton bomb, Golden Goblins are getting so much damage on Sub's left side tower. Mohamed Light with a huge damage lead right there. So as I said, I'm not sure what time it's gonna be for you guys when live streaming, but I think it might be right now when you're watching the video. And also very important, I'm uploading the video of today a little bit earlier, so you guys also know, hopefully before time, that I'm gonna be live streaming it. Okay, so Golden Knight is gonna try and dash, is not gonna hit the Goblin hut, is gonna dash on top of the Berserker. Golden Knight is still very healthy, but nice Night Guide from Sub. And honestly, this matchup, even though Mohamed Light got so much damage, is not even looking amazing for Mo, in my opinion at least, because he can't really kill the Musketeer. His way of breaking through, as of for now, has been quite easy, but it doesn't look that easy. Let's see how the rest of the match is gonna be. Sub cycling the Musketeer in the same lane, even though he took a lot of damage on that lane. He knows that Mohamed Light doesn't have a big spell. He can easily cycle the Musketeer same lane. He needs to be careful with the Graveyards. Mohamed Light is, because Graveyards slowly but surely can honestly get a lot of damage. And look at the Graveyard, guys. Doesn't seem like it's doing a lot of damage, but that tower is taking a lot of damage right now. 1924 HP remaining on Mo's tower. And by the way, even if I don't qualify today, I'm still gonna be live streaming tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is the second day of the serial qualifier. Is like the group stage. Basically, for those who don't know at all how it's working, I'm gonna try and explain it for you. So basically how it works is that there's, first of all, in the ranked season, let's see if he's gonna Nado dash. Yeah, I was about to say, that's gonna be a beautiful opportunity to get the Nado dash down. I'm gonna wait a little bit before explaining the format. I will see you guys soon with the next match. Okay guys, finally hopping into the next match, and you guys of course don't get to see it, but I was waiting here for I think almost 5 minutes. Both of these players have their coaches. Both of these guys are of course playing and practicing as focused, as tryhard as possible. And this is gonna be game 3 of the first duel we're watching in today's video. We did unfortunately miss game 1, but I think whoever wins here is gonna be the winner of the first duel. Mohamed Light playing with a Snowball Goblins deck. He already used the Goblin Duel and the Giant Skeleton, so I was about to say this cannot be a duel deck anymore. And Sub is actually gonna be using Lockbait, which I actually like a lot. I feel like in game 3s, in duels, when there's for example no lock, no barbell available, and ooh, the Dark Prince is actually gonna get a hit. Nice Valkyrie prediction though for the Magic Archer. I think Mohamed Light was expecting the Magic Archer, or I don't think so. I know for a fact, because if not, he would not have gone with the Valkyrie right there. Mortar opposite lane from Mohamed Light. So Mortar, Miner, Snowball against Lockbait, Quick Cycle from Sub. Looking like a lot of fun both of these decks are. I personally love Mortar, and I also love Lockbait. And by the way, I was gonna explain the format, so let me quickly take advantage and do it right now before it gets to double elixir. Basically, the overall format was, first of all, there's a ranked season, which was last season. In the ranked season, the top 1,500 players advanced to the next phase, which is gonna be today. And today there's gonna be a Swiss, which basically means that there's gonna be 9 rounds in total. Each player gets to face a lot of different players, and at the end of the 9 rounds, and oh, what a nice lock prediction there. Lock is gonna not allow the, or not defend the wall break as well. Mage Archer up high as well is gonna get a lot of value, and Valkyrie is even gonna allow the Mage Archer to get the triple shot straight on the tower. Miner plus minions opposite lane, but I'm not sure if the miner minions is really gonna get a lot of damage, or at least compared to the damage what Sub was able to do, it's not gonna quite, but at least he is gonna make a small comeback. Mage Archer does get a lot of damage, and man, these guys are not letting me focus, these guys are not letting me explain the format. But what I was talking about is that there's gonna be 9 rounds. After the 9 rounds, out of the 1,500 players, only the top 64 players are gonna advance to tomorrow. So my goal for today's stream, my goal for today's qualifier is to finish within the top 64 players at the end of the 9 rounds. It's 9 rounds of best of 3, so honestly it's a very long day. It could be a very long day, but let's see how we do. Hopefully we're gonna play really well. Hopefully we're gonna do as good as possible. Okay, minions are unfortunately gonna get hit by the Fire Spirit. Little Prince is also 1 HP. I wonder if he's gonna go for an ability. Nice ability right here. Very nice play from Mohamed. And is he actually gonna make a comeback, guys? He's gonna try and, I was gonna say, try and go for the tower trade. He's not gonna go for the tower trade. Instead, he is gonna defend the Dark Prince and snowball prediction up high. Little Prince is locked, guys. Is the Little Prince gonna take the tower? It's not gonna take the tower. Sub is gonna retarget the Little Prince with the Goblin's last second. Sub is gonna take duel number 1, or at least game 2 was for Mohamed. Sub won game 3. I'm not sure who won game 1, but see you guys soon with the next duel with game number 1. Let's go, guys. Hopping into duel number 2, game number 1. Mohamed Light at the bottom of our screen, Sub at the top of our screen. I'm super excited to see who's gonna win this second duel, and now we're gonna watch the duel from game 1, which is honestly very important because these games, especially game 2 and game 3, they often have like a lot of thought process, often have a lot of mind games in there, even though it doesn't really seem like that, or you guys might not expect it. Whenever someone uses a card, there's so many things that the coaches especially focus on. Like for example, let's say someone uses the lock, then of course maybe Goblin Barrel gets a little bit better. Not always though, because of course there's Barbell, there's arrows, but there's a lot of mind games in general in these duels. I'm gonna be picking myself today, so it's gonna be interesting to see how I do. How do I match up against one of these bigger players? Hopefully I don't face them right away in the first couple of rounds. If I face them, hopefully it's gonna be after like at least a couple of rounds. Okay, Barbell is gonna hit the tower. That's gonna be a little bit of damage for Sub. Sub on the top of your screen using a graveyard looking deck. Not 100% sure confirmed, but if I would have to take a guess, he's probably running graveyard and then maybe a building like Goblin Hut as the last cards. Mohamed Light is using a quick cycle deck though. He's actually using Hawk Rider. Is he gonna use it with a lightning? I was about to say that lightning here could actually be very good. Why did he lightning? Because the knight on the left side lane already got a lot of damage from the cannon. All he needs to do to defend the left side push, if you can even call it a push, was distracted with skeletons. Okay, cannon comes down, E-Spirit comes down as well. Beautiful defense from Mohamed, even though he is gonna take quite some damage. Graveyard in some situations, even if you have E-Spirit, even if you have a building, it still can get a lot of damage. And interesting matchup right here. For one part, I would say that Mohamed Light is able to outcycle Sub quite well, but the lightning is not the best spell to have either against the skeleton dragons. If Sub is able to get into a sequence where he gets a counter push with the skeleton dragon still being alive, I think that he might be able to get a lot of value from that. But let's see what's gonna happen. In the end of the day, Mohamed Light is like so good with cycle decks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to win this matchup right here. Okay, Barbell is gonna get, or the Barbell ability is gonna get used. He's going with a lock, he's gonna go with an E-Spirit. I like the fact that he goes Hawk Rider while defending, because that makes it harder for Sub to defend and also be able to fully focus on offense. In this case, he is able to defend the Hawk Rider well, but he wasn't able to like overcommit on offense with, for example, a poison or something else. So nice Furnace up high here. He's gonna try and snipe the Musketeer. Skeletons to keep the Furnace alive. He's gonna go with a lock, he's gonna go with skeletons. Are we gonna see an Electro Spirit on defense? We're gonna see a Hawk Rider on offense. I don't think he has enough elixir for lightning right away. Is he gonna go for it last second? He's not gonna go for it. And this match is actually surprisingly close. Even though the damage is still looking very good for Mohamed, I would say that this match can go either way, because one good graveyard push, one sequence whereas, as I said before, the skeleton dragons stay alive, they get a lot of value. The graveyard deck can get so much damage in just like a matter of seconds. So there's the Hawk Rider offensively once again. He is going to go for a Mighty Miner ability. Cannon on defense against the graveyard. Graveyard is probably not going to get a lot of damage because it's not being tanked for by anything. And he's going to lock the Barbell. Okay, I wonder if we're going to see another Hawk Rider Lightning. Now that Sub knows that he has the lightning, he's probably not really gonna give like that much value. Okay, he's gonna go with his Mighty Miner with the Furnace opposite lane. There are the Skeleton Dragons I was talking about. Skeleton Dragons are gonna get placed at the bridge. Mighty Miner ability is gonna distract them. Lightning offensively with the Hawk Rider might allow the Hawk Rider to get one hit to the tower. Mighty Miner was still tanking. One connection it is. Second connection we are gonna see as well. Tower down to 496 HP, and Mohamed Light, all he needs to do right now is either cycle 2 lightnings or get one more Hawk Rider connection with a lightning as well. Beautiful Mighty Miner at the bridge. That is so important, guys. Tanking, or excuse me, distracting the tank instead of letting it tank for the graveyard. He just, yeah, managed to, and there's the first lightning. We're gonna see a lightning cycle now that we're in triple elixir. I think lightning is gonna be cycled very quickly. So what I was gonna say is that he just managed to distract the knight at the bridge, and then of course the graveyard is not gonna be as effective. Are we gonna see the lightning? We are gonna see the lightning. First it's gonna take care of the musketeer, then it's gonna take care of the right side tower. Game 1 in duel number 2 is gonna be for Mohamed Light. Game 2 of duel number 2, Mohamed Light 2, game number 1 right there. And as I mentioned before, the format is duel format, so now we're definitely not gonna see any of the cards from game 1 from the players. Of course, if for example Sub wants to use a deck with the lock, he can use it, but Mohamed Light cannot be playing with the lock anymore. He cannot be using the skeletons, E-Spirit. All the cards he used right there in game number 1 are not being able to, yeah, get played, used at all. If not, it's just an automatic loss. So Sub gonna be playing with Lockbait. We saw him play Lockbait before, but a different version. And Mohamed Light is gonna be playing with a minor quick cycle deck, but instead of using it with the lock, which is like the typical thing, he's using it with the snowball. And I like Sub. I mean, it's being a little bit obvious. Lockout bait is being played, but honestly, with not only the lockout, but just in general, quick cycle, E-Spirit, the evil barrel becomes so much better when the E-Spirit is out. I like the fact that he goes for lockbait, even though it's quite obvious. I think if he plays this bait deck really well, he definitely has a good chance of beating Mo. Okay, Snowball is gonna come down. If the barrel is untanked for, Snowball is able to fully counter the barrel. And Mohamed Light's last card, if I would have to take a guess, is gonna be probably maybe Goblins, or what would it be? Okay, it's gonna be Berserker, and then it's definitely gonna be the Hero Magic Archer. I've seen Mo play this deck quite a bit already. He's gonna go with the Evil Wallbreakers offensively, Berserker plus Valkyrie. Does come down. Magic Archer at the bridge, a little bit too aggressive in my opinion. Let's see if he's gonna go for an ability. But now it costs 2 elixir to pop the ability, so remember that it's not that worth it anymore. And we're gonna see a lot of damage for Sub on Mohamed's tower. I think that the Magic Archer was a little bit of an overcommitment. He probably thought that he would get away with it, but Sub is able to not take too much damage and at the same time pressure right away with the wall breakers, with the evil barrel, with the fire spirit, getting a lot of damage, especially in Mohamed Light's left side tower. So damage wise looking good. I think Sub's last card is probably also gonna be the Hero Magic Archer, just like I predicted for Mohamed. And I feel like a lot of these players are still using the Hero Magic Archer, even though it did get nerfed. For 2 elixir, in some situations, not always, like for example there Mohamed Light did not go for it, but in some situations it is definitely worth it. So Sub trying to predict the Magic Archer right here. Mohamed Light not gonna be too obvious about it. He's gonna go with a beautiful play right there. Note that down, guys, if you don't know about that interaction yet. It's a really nice way of activating the not activating the King Tower. Here he is gonna activate the King Tower. I was already like predicting what was gonna happen next, or thinking in my head what was gonna happen next. But what I was gonna mention is he's gonna be able to counter the Goblin Barrel in a beautiful way without taking any damage. So damage wise, Sub is still in the lead, but honestly this can be anyone's game. And I like that he's tanking the barrels. Like that is what I was talking about before. If he doesn't tank the barrel, then of course the barrel can get countered with the snowball very easily. But if he does counter the barrel, and look at this push by the way, bets offensively, snowball, wall breakers are gonna break through. Mohamed Light just like that, getting a huge connection on Sub's left side tower. He keeps pressuring with the evil bets here as well. Magic Archer does come down. Wall breakers at the bridge for Mohamed Light, and are the wall breakers gonna get a connection? They are not gonna get a connection because the cannon is gonna come down for Sub, but damage wise, Mohamed Light is in a huge lead right now. Really good situation, and I think unless something crazy happens, that with the King Tower activated and with the damage advantage he has right now, this should be Mohamed Light's game. Are we gonna see a Magic Archer at the bridge? Are we gonna see a prediction? We are gonna see a prediction. Mohamed Light once again not being too predictable. That is also very important in these type of high level games, is that there's so much mind games going on. Like you might try and go for a Magic Archer, but then he's gonna be like, okay, he knows that I could go for a Magic Archer, so I'm gonna predict the prediction. In this case, Mohamed Light predicted the prediction. Okay, Miner goes down, Snowball offensively, bets to take care of the Valkyrie. Magic Archer being cycled in the back for sub, but as I said before, in this situation with the King Tower activated, with the overall matchup, I don't really think it's worth it anymore. I mean, of course, sub is still gonna try, but I don't really think it's, how do you say, like, possible anymore. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Okay, Miner comes down, Snowball offensively once again, Fire Spirit to cycle, bets are not gonna quite take care of, no, they are gonna take care of the Magic Archer. I thought that they would not, but they are gonna take care of it. Snowball comes down on defense, Miner's chipping away, 93 HP remaining on Sub's tower, and at this point everything is, yeah, just not able to do much for Sub. So Sub knows he's not even gonna try and catch the Miner, he's just gonna let it be. Mohamed Light winning game 2. By the way, since they are practicing, even if a player like, for example, now Mohamed Light wins the first game and the second game, game number 3 is always played. Let's go, guys. Game number 3 of Duel number 2. This is still gonna be Duel number 2. And why do I say this? Because I know that all the pro players, whenever they practice this format, even if a player wins 2-0, like for example Mohamed Light here in Duel number 2, they're always gonna be playing game number 3, just because of how important it is to sometimes know what type of decks are good, what type of decks are available. After 2 games, there's 16 cards for each player, which are not gonna be available. So of course, each of these players need to think a lot. Okay, what did I use? What is he gonna be using? What can I use? Because it's gonna be like super strong right now, since he used, I don't know, for example, Mohamed Light used Lock Snowball. We might see a specific card because of those spells out. We might see a specific card because there's no Magic Archer. Like in general, there's always a lot of thought process while playing these duels. And especially, and oh my god, Mohamed Light misses the Fireball. There's no way Mohamed Light just missed the Fireball. He's gonna go with a Mega Knight of High against the Hawk Rider. I guess it's not gonna hurt him that much in the end, but I didn't expect Mohamed Light missing a Fireball, like, to see that today. Okay, Firecracker is gonna try and distract the Mega Knight. He's gonna go with guards as well. Last second, Zep comes down. Mega Knight is still quite healthy. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough to get to the tower. Sub wasn't sure either, so he's not gonna take the risk. He's gonna log it, and Sub is using a Hawk Rider Psycho deck. I wonder if the last card is gonna be Earthquake. And then Mohamed Light is definitely using some kind of Ram Rider or Battle Ram deck, but I would assume it's gonna be Ram Rider, since he've already showed both the evolutions and the hero. Normally, if it's Battle Ram, it's most of the times the evil Battle Ram. So I'm assuming here that he is gonna be using the what's it called? The Ram Rider. Okay, Spirit Empress is gonna be one of the last 2 cards, and I assume that Ram Rider is gonna be the very last card for Mohamed Light, and last card for Sub could be anything. We have seen Mohamed Light use Lightning before. We have seen some people use Earthquake. I've seen some people use Fireball. I'm not sure what spells Sub has available right now, but I assume it's gonna be either Earthquake or the Lightning. And guards do come down to distract the Spirit Empress. Firecracker is gonna be annoying this time around. Fireball is gonna hit her. Hawk Rider towards the right side. Are we gonna see a lock prediction? No lock prediction for Sub, and he is gonna be running the Earthquake. Okay, Zeps come down from Mohamed Light. I feel like Mohamed Light is probably at some point gonna overwhelm Sub, but at the same time, he has a really solid defense. With the quick cycle he has, with the Mighty Miner, with the Firecrackers, he's gonna try and outcycle his Fireball for sure. Fireball does come down on the Firecracker. I wonder if he's able to defend this push. Like, this is the situation where Mohamed Light could break through, to be honest. There's the Spirit Empress. Mega Knight is still alive, and okay, I think this might be game over, guys. I don't want to say it too soon. Let's see how Sub is gonna defend this. Okay, wait, I might have spoken a little bit too soon. It's definitely not game over yet, but still. That was very scary looking. I'm not sure how much elixir Sub has right now. Goblins are gonna distract, and they are gonna tank for the Spirit Empress. Zep comes down. Ghost is still alive. Another Spirit Empress on the field. I'm not sure if Sub has a lot of elixir right now, but this is gonna be a lot of damage potentially. Fireball does come down. Spirit Empress is tanking. Ground Spirit Empress and Flying Spirit Empress are just destroying the left side tower of Sub, and I think Mohamed Light is gonna take game number 3. Ram Rider was indeed the last card as I predicted, and Earthquake was indeed the last card for Sub as well. Okay, so with this situation being so good for Mohamed Light, we probably might see him just chill, not take a lot of risk. At some point we might even see him Fireball Cycle. That's 3 Fireballs on the left side tower, but he still needs to be like careful about it. Okay, Spirit Empress ground version. Goblins are gonna come down. Hawk Rider is not gonna get a single hit. He could zap the Firecracker if he wants to take care of her, but I'm not sure if he's even gonna need to. And in the meantime, he is gonna go for an E-Wiz up high, resetting the Mighty Miner. Look at that Ghost. I think we're gonna see a Ram Rider sometime soon. There you go. Ram Rider does come down. Why? Because he knows that the Tesla is out of cycle. Tesla out of cycle means that the Ram Rider could definitely get a connection. He's gonna zap the Mighty Miner. Right side tower in the meantime is gonna take a lot of damage with the Mega Knight, and Sub surprisingly staying alive. fighting for his life right here in triple elixir. Last minute of the match just started, and unless something crazy happens, I don't really see how Sub is gonna make a comeback from here. Like, both of his towers are extremely low. Mohamed Light definitely has a really solid way of taking care of his Hawk Rider, even though it's sometimes gonna get one hit. It should never really get more than one hit, maybe 2 hits, but damage difference right now is just so big. Ram Rider does come down once again. We're probably gonna see Goblins. There you go. Lock does get, or the Goblins do get predicted. Wait a second, because the Hawk Rider is gonna get 1 hit. We're not gonna see a second shot. That was actually kind of scary. Fireball on the right side. I didn't even notice it, and I think Mohamed Light only just now noticed it as well. Right side tower was down to 92 HP. In what moment it was at 92 HP? Anyways, Mohamed Light gonna take game number 3 of duel number 2. See you guys soon with the next duel. Okay guys, hopping into the next duel, which is also gonna be the last duel we're gonna be watching in today's video. Game number 1. This is where they reset their decks, reset their cards. Every single card, every single deck is gonna be available for them anymore, or again I should say, and we're not gonna see any restrictions. So Mohamed Light starting with Skeleton Split. What I like a lot about this type of matches is that you can often learn a lot of things from timings, decision makings, but you also get to see a lot of different decks because of the format. Like, it's not always the same deck you always face and always see on ranked, on the Grand Challenge, on Trophy Road. Like, it's very diverse, and that's what I like about this competitive format. Okay, Mohamed Light seems to be using a drill deck, if I would have to take a guess, after seeing Demolisher, which is pretty much only used in Goblin Drill. Sub with the Dark Prince and NATO combo though. If I would have to take a guess, probably gonna be Golem. And it looks like it is indeed gonna be Golem. Interesting drill placement. I like the drill placement, even though you guys might be thinking like, what is he doing? Basically what Mohamed Light tried to do right there is force out a troop, and then the troop runs away. And since he has NATO, if he would have gone Lumberjack in front of the tower, like preemptively, like a lot of people would do, then he would have been able to activate the King Tower of that Lumberjack afterwards with the NATO. So that is pretty much the thought process behind the Goblin Drill, even though you guys might think like, why would someone ever go with a Goblin Drill in the corner? Well, that is basically why. Okay, Magic Archer is gonna pop its ability. That's still gonna be quite some damage from the Skeleton Dragon. Mohamed Light's last card is definitely gonna be Tornado, so he doesn't have a big spell against the Skeleton Dragons. And man, I'm so excited to see how Mohamed Light is gonna play this match. How is he gonna pressure and how is he gonna defend? Like, I feel like a big Golem push, me, you guys watching, anyone would probably struggle a lot. I wonder if Mohamed Light can actually make it work somehow. Like, is he gonna somehow win this match? Is he gonna somehow defend all of that? Okay, I like the fact that he activates the King Tower. That's gonna help him a lot against the Golem pushes. He is gonna go for a Goblin Drill here on top of the Elixir Collector, which is also a nice decision, but at the same time, he doesn't really have any other decision. Like, he doesn't have a way of damaging the Elixir Collector unless it's in that position by logging it. NATO is not worth it at all. I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be a very rough matchup for Mo, but let's just enjoy, let's sit back and let's watch if Mohamed Light can cook or if he's gonna get cooked. If I would have to take a guess, he's probably gonna get cooked, but knowing that it's Mo, he has a good chance at winning this as well. Okay, another Elixir Collector. I like that Sub is taking advantage of the fact that Mo doesn't have a big spell. Even though he has the Golem push, he still decides to go for another Elixir Collector. And that's a really good decision because he can't really do anything about it. Like, that's the broken thing about this type of matchup. Lumberjack is not really gonna get any damage, but look at the Skeleton Dragons, guys. Mohamed Light not having a big spell is hurting him so much right now. Are we gonna see a NATO offensively? We are gonna see a NATO. I like that NATO, but that's still not really gonna do a lot. Demolisher is gonna hit the Electro Dragon. He's gonna get a little bit of damage, Mohamed Light is, but it's not really gonna be enough. And Sub is gonna go for another Elixir Collector. Knight comes down. Magic Archer trying to get a play, going offensively. Dark Prince takes care of it. NATO wasn't even necessary, and this is definitely gonna be a good game. Yeah, I was about to say, Mohamed Light in this situation probably should know that he will not be able to win it anymore. He does indeed recognize it, and that's also a thing about Clash Royale and just in general about competitive. The matchups sometimes do, of course, matter a lot. And not sometimes, they pretty much always matter a lot. So game 1 is gonna be for Sub. Let's see if Mohamed Light can make a comeback in this last duel. Game number 2 of duel number 3. And by the way, guys, this is not the last duel. I actually thought or assumed that this was gonna be the last duel because these guys, before I even started recording, were already practicing quite a bit. They are, I think, almost practicing for 2 hours right now. And I just talked a little bit with one of their coaches. asking, yo, is this gonna be the last duel? Because I thought it would be, and he just responded that this is not gonna be the last one. After this duel, there's gonna be one more duel. So we're definitely gonna be watching these 2 matches. Now it's game 2, then we're gonna be watching game 3. And if there is indeed another duel, then I'm also gonna be sticking around watching that for sure. Okay, let's see if he's gonna go for a Mega Man ability. He is indeed gonna go for the Mega Man. Mega Man in some situations is just so strong. Look at that. He's gonna be forced to go with Ice Spirit, Berserker, and even then, he's gonna take another hit on the tower. Tower down to 2,584 HP. Sub with the back-to-back beatdown matchups, or decks I should say. And Mohamed Light, first of all, with the... okay, not the best Lava Hound. Oh no, it is actually gonna be tanking. Wait, what? I for 1 second assumed that was not gonna be tanking. And I was already saying not the best Lava Hound. And Lava Hound actually ended up tanking right there. Still not the best Lava Hound though, or at least I should say that Mohamed Light is gonna do a very good job at cleaning up this push. He's gonna go with a Valkyrie into the left side lane, trying to pressure, trying to force out something. I wonder if he's gonna go with a Graveyard with the Musketeer, Berserker. Is he gonna go for a turret? I think Sub has the Valkyrie back in cycle, so we might not even see a single thing, knowing that Mohamed Light, if he does go with a turret, it's not really gonna get a lot of value. So good decision from him in order to not go into the Valkyrie. He's gonna go with Ice Spirit, he's gonna go with a Berserk, he's gonna go with a Musketeer once again. And that's a nice defense from Mohamed Light. I wonder if he's gonna try and go in for a Graveyard at all in single elixir right here. We're about to hit into double elixir already, but he is indeed gonna try and at least take a little bit of damage, or deal a little bit of damage, I should say, in single elixir. Okay, how is that? Guys, how did that Graveyard not get a single hit on the left side tower? Like, when I'm using Lava Hound and I'm into, for example, a Graveyard matchup, he just goes Graveyard without even tanking it, and that Graveyard gets like 1000 damage. And Mohamed Light didn't even get a single hit right there. Like, that's actually criminal. Okay, Berserker is gonna get countered by the Tombstone Musketeer in the back. We're probably gonna see a Mega Man trying to snipe it, but he does have the Goblin Hunt on the field, so he can't really go with a Mega Man to snipe it quite yet. And we might see a Fireball on top of it, but Fireball doesn't kill the Musketeer, so Musketeer is actually pretty good in this matchup, because he needs the Fireball plus the Zap. Since he doesn't have the Zap in cycle, since he used it before against the Goblins, against the Goblin Hut, now the Musketeers are going to stay alive, and we might see a Graveyard here. With the double Musketeer, we are indeed going to see that. Okay, Evil Valkyrie does come down. Evil Valkyrie is going to get a lot of value, but still, Graveyard might get some damage, but once again, not even a single hit. And what is happening with Mohamed Light's Graveyard, guys? Can someone take a look at Mohamed Light's Graveyard? Because I think it's not working well. When they Graveyard against me, it always like guaranteed 500 damage, 600 damage, and then Mohamed Light just not able to get a single hit. Either Sub is defending this amazingly well, or Mohamed Light is just being unlucky at this point. Okay, Goblin Hut does come down. Berserker to distract the Mega Man. Musketeer to try and take care of the Mega Man. Zep comes down on Goblin Hut. Look at the right side tower though. Valkyrie is actually gonna sneak in a couple of hits for Mohamed Light while he's defending the Lava Hound push. And this is actually looking not even that bad for Mo. Damage-wise, he is of course down a lot, but at the same time, Graveyard, unless he's been getting like unlucky the entire game, should be able to get some type of damage at some point, right? Like, there's no way he's never gonna get the Graveyard onto the tower. Okay, we might see a poison offensively. There's the poison. Nice poison is gonna hit the Valkyrie, and finally the Graveyard is taking up. Finally the Graveyard is working for Mohamed Light. Right side tower down to 1437 HP. Goblin Hut comes down. Mega Man ability to try and take care of the Goblin hit. We're probably gonna see a Lava Hound at the bridge sometime soon, but Mohamed Light knows, so he needs to try and pressure. Evil Zep is out. Evil Valkyrie does come down on defense. This is gonna be a close one, guys. There's gonna be a Valkyrie with a Spirit Empress, with a Lava Hound at the bridge. Mega Man here to snipe the Goblin Hut as well. We need to see a poison on defense, I feel like, but at the same time, Mohamed Light needs to try and keep all the pressure. Are we gonna see a poison? We are gonna see a poison. Graveyard finally is gonna get a lot of damage once again. And yo, Mohamed Light is cooking right now. He's actually playing this so well. Even though he got really unlucky with the Graveyards in the beginning, he is surprisingly close to winning this match. Are we gonna see a win for Mo? Is he gonna get some lucky Graveyard hits right here? Or are we gonna see Sub get the damage? Barbell is not gonna quite get the ability of, but the Graveyard plus the Skeletons are getting a lot of damage. Plus the poison, I meant to say. Graveyard Skeletons plus the poison are gonna clutch up the win for Mohamed Light. Crazy match right there. See you guys soon with game number 3. Last match of duel number 3. It's 1-1 right now. We saw Sub use 2 beatdown decks. Game number 1, he used the Golem Elixir Collector deck with the Tornado. Game number 2, he used Lava Hound. Mohamed Light 2 quicker, faster decks. Game 1, he used Goblin Duel Tornado. And in game number 2, he used the Graveyard Musketeer. Pretty quick cycle deck as well. Let's see what both of these players are going to be using here in game number 3. I once again remind you guys of the duel format. Players cannot be repeating any of the cards they use. So both of these players have 16 cards which are not available, which are banned right now. So Mohamed Light with the Gold Knight, Mohamed Light with a Mega Minion, Sub with looking like a quick cycle deck, but he does have the Evil Wizard, which is interesting. I think he used the Wizard right here because of the fact that he spent so many spells. Do you guys remember game number 1? He used Barbell, he used Nado, he used the Electro Dragon. Game number 2, he used the Evil Zep, he used the Fireball, Evil Valkyrie. I think he expected Mohamed Light to take advantage of that and use a lot of spammy type of cards. I don't know, for example, lock bait type of deck, but of course the lock is still open. But I think that is why he's using the Evil Wizard right now. And Mohamed Light, instead of using a deck which takes advantage of the fact that those spells are out, he's actually using an anti-spam deck himself. He has the Dark Prince, he has the Gold Knight, he has a Mother Witch, he has the Evil Mega Knight. Mohamed Light using quite a lot of Mega Knight. For all the Mega Knight haters out there, when I do a Mega Knight video, even the best player in the world uses it. Don't hate it, join them if you can't beat them. Okay, let's see if the Gold Knight can get a dash here. I'm not sure. Okay, I was about to say, I'm not sure if he will be able to get a dash. It is gonna get a big dash right there. And Mohamed Light with a very interesting deck right here, using Mega Knight with Hawk Rider. And Sub using either Minor Poison or Minor Rocket type of deck. If I would have to take a guess, it's probably gonna be Poison, because of the fact that he used the Fireball, that he used the Nado, the Electro Dragon, but at the same time he does have the Evil Wizard, he does have the Tesla, so he might as well just have the Rocket in there, since he already has some good answers against the potential Mean Horde and against troops like that. So Earthquake is gonna be the last card for Mohamed Light. Very interesting Mega Knight deck against the minor, either Poison or Rocket deck from Sub. It might even be another spell, but if I would have to take a guess, it's definitely either Poison or the Rocket. Okay, arrows do come down. Mega Minion here. Mega Minion might be able to snipe the Wizard. Is he gonna go for it? He's gonna go for an Earthquake instead. Beautiful Earthquake. We're definitely gonna see a Hawk Rider right here at the bridge. Hawk Rider plus Golden Knight ability can be huge against the guards. And look at that Hawk Rider, guys. Hawk Rider still full HP. Mega Minion ability, sniping the Wizard. Hawk Rider is gonna sneak through. Not gonna quite get the second shot, but still, damage-wise, looking good for Mohamed Light. And if Mohamed Light can continue like this, he's looking to get another duel win. 1-1 right now. This is game number 3 between Mohamed Light and Sub. Let's see who is gonna take this. Okay, Mega Knight is gonna come down towards the left side lane. Mother Witch up high. He's gonna try and snipe the Tesla. Is actually gonna take care of the Tesla. Poison is indeed the last card for Sub. I wasn't sure if it's gonna be the Poison, the Rocket. It could be anything. And this combo with the Hawk Rider and the Gold Knight is actually working quite well. I'm surprised that we haven't seen any lane switch from Sub. I'm not sure if you want to go same lane against this type of deck, but at the same time, you can't really switch lanes either after already dealing so much damage with a minor poison deck. It's not a deck where you can, yeah, just switch lanes and get like a lot of damage with make a comeback. So this is not looking good for Sub at all. Let's see if we see a Golden Knight dash. We might see a dash trying to hit the Ice Spirit. He is also going to hit the guards. Golden Knight's still alive. Mega Knight's still alive. Dark Prince is going to go straight to the left side tower, and that is definitely going to be a good game. Mega Knight punches the Knight opposite lane. Left side tower is going to go down. Mohamed Light with a comeback in duel number 3. This is still not it for today's video. Long video today. Show a lot of love. See you guys soon with the last duel of today's video. Okay guys, final duel of today's video. It's definitely a longer video than usual, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. 99% of the videos I always play myself. I thought that especially now on the CRL day, it would be a nice idea to have a video with this type of format, watching two of the best players, especially Mohamed Light being the 3-time world champion, play against each other, practice the format. I'm gonna be playing in today's qualifier as well. It's definitely gonna help me out a lot, and hopefully you guys are also learning, enjoying from today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to see more of these type of videos. And is Mohamed Light using, he is using the deck I uploaded yesterday. If you guys watched yesterday's video, I uploaded a video showing this and playing this Fireball bait deck. Last cards right here for Mo are gonna be Skeleton Dragons, it's gonna be Mother Witch, he's gonna have the Flying Royal Hawks, he's gonna have the Hero Barbell, and I think that's it. Did I miss any card? And the Fireball. I don't know if I mentioned the Fireball. Okay, Mother Witch is gonna take care of the Spirit Empress, but is unfortunately gonna go down herself as well. This is game number 1 of the last duel, so all of the cards are available. Once again, And this is a scary looking push, guys. Is Mohamed Light gonna defend this? He is gonna distract that very nicely. Goblin Cage is just so strong in some situations. I feel like Goblin Cage is kind of underrated. Like, honestly, not a lot of people use it. Not a lot of people talk about the Goblin Cage, but in my opinion at least, it's very strong. Nice cannon card right there, and I don't think Sub has a lot of elixir right now. No Zap and Cycle. Cannon card is gonna go down to the Spirit Empress, but the Skeleton Dragon is still alive. Spirit Goblins are still alive as well, and that's gonna be a lot of damage. For Mo, are we gonna see Royal Hawks? No, we're gonna see a Mother Witch. Okay, Mother Witch is gonna create a couple of Royal Hawks towards the left tower. Barbell here as well, and that's the beautiful thing about Mohamed Light. He knows exactly when to pressure, how to be annoying, how to take advantage of a situation. This matchup is honestly not looking great for Mo, but the way he just takes advantage of a situation, the way he defends, the way he cycles, like, it's just very impressive. I always love watching Mohamed Light play, and I definitely learn a lot of things from these type of matches as well. Okay, Fireball does come down. Are we gonna see a Ram Rider connection here? I think that is gonna get a connection, at least one connection. It is gonna be nice amount of damage for Sub. Still a long way to go to make a comeback in damage, but that connection is actually gonna put him in a decent situation. And Royal Hawks at the bridge right here. Okay, I'm not sure about the Royal Hawks into the Mega Knight. Let's see if he's gonna get punished for that, because the Mega Knight was available. Evil Mega Knight coming down the lane. Evil Ghost coming down the lane. How is Mohamed Light gonna defend this, guys? I'm actually a little bit afraid right here. Okay, Evil Goblin Cage, I guess, is gonna save him a little bit. He's gonna try and take care of the Ram Rider. Spirit Empress is gonna stay alive. He's gonna tank. Let's see if the Ram Rider goes down, though. Ram Rider is gonna go down. And what a crazy defense. Honestly, if that would have been me, I think I would have lost the tower. I'm not even joking. Okay, Barbell ability does come down. Nice Barbell ability. Is gonna get a double connection on the left side tower. There was only 3 HP difference, and now with the Barbell connection, there's a lot of damage difference right now for Mohamed Light. Huge lead. Nice Spear Goblin is trying to take care of the Ghost. Is gonna kite the opposite lane. Goblin Cage got hit by the Fireball, though. He needs to be careful because the Mega Knight is still very healthy. Mega Knight is gonna get a connection on the left side tower, and that's gonna be a huge connection for Sub, putting him in the damage lead again. Are we gonna see Flying Royal Hawk sometime soon? I'm not even sure if he cycled them yet. I think he's still one cycle away from cycling towards the Flying Royal Hawks. Are we gonna see a Fireball? We have to see something on defense against the Ram Rider. Evil Cage is getting cycled once again by Mohamed Light. Royal Hawk is being spawned, but I don't think it's gonna get a lot going. It's gonna go down, and this is looking kind of bad for Mohamed Light, but I feel like he might still somehow pull off this victory. Okay, cannon card at the bridge towards the right side. Are we gonna see a Mega Knight right here? Barbell ability not gonna quite pop. Cannon card is gonna go down to the Furnace right here. Royal Hawks towards the right side into the Evil Ghost. And I don't know, guys. Do you think that Mohamed Light can still win from this spot? I don't really see how, but at the same time, he might still manage it. If he can somehow time. Okay, nice cannon card is gonna distract the Ram Rider into the middle. Fireball comes down, hitting everything. Evil Cage in the middle is not even gonna be able to pull in the Mega Knight, and this is definitely gonna be a good game, guys. Like, there's no way for Mo. Wait a second. Nah, there's no way for Mo to defend that. Way too many troops. Very difficult matchup for a Fireball bait deck to face. Fireball, Mega Knight, Evil Ghost. Really nice try from Mohamed Light. Sub is gonna take game number 1 in the last duel of today's video. Game number 2 of the last duel of today's video, we just saw Sub beat Mohamed Light. So Mohamed Light once again in a 0-1 situation, but he was like that in the last duel as well. I want to remind you guys once again the format that they cannot repeat any of the cards, so it's going to be interesting to see what deck they're going to pick here for game number 2 and also for the last match. Okay, Mohamed Light seems to be using a Goblin Duel deck. Mega Knight out, Ghost out. Does make sense. Mega Knight usually is quite good against Psycho decks, and this Goblin Duel deck is definitely really solid. Sub using a quick Psycho deck seems like. I wonder what his last cards are gonna be. Could be the Archqueen version with Delivery. He's gonna have an Ice Spirit. I wonder if he's gonna be running the Delivery Archqueen version with Earthquake, Delivery, Archqueen. There it is. Okay, interesting. I haven't seen that deck quite a lot in this meta. I feel like it's, yeah, not like that popular, not that strong. I might be wrong, but I haven't seen like that many people use it on ranked, on competitive. Interesting that Sub decided to use it right here against Mohamed Light. Last card for Mo should probably be either the Rocket or the Poison. And then Sub is definitely going to be using Earthquake plus Delivery as the last 2 cards, or at least that's my guess, but that's pretty much how it always is played. This deck never really changes. Okay, so nice defense, Tesla up high, anti-Earthquake spot. Bomber down the middle as well. Goblin Joe towards the right side against, or in the same lane as the Bomber. It's always annoying to defend this type of push without taking any damage, but Sub is gonna do a really good job. Beautiful timing, nice micro interactions, and damage-wise, none of them really got a big hit, but Mo is in a damage lead right now. So, I wonder who has like a big advantage right here. I personally think that Mo is probably gonna defend this really well. And I don't want to say that he's gonna win like easily, but I do think that it's a little bit harder for the Royal Hawks player to get like a lot of damage instead of the... Okay, nice Ice Spirit there, making the Tesla go pop up again. Bomber does come down to take care of the Archer Queen. Are we gonna see an evil snowball, or does he have the... Yeah, I was about to say, or does he have the normal snowball? I thought that he already cycled twice the snowball. He did indeed do that, and the evil Royal Hawks are not even gonna get pretty much any damage at all. Okay, Knight comes down, evil Goblin Jill. Nice evil Goblin Jill placement. I don't really see that placement a lot, but he is gonna get a little bit of damage. A nice snowball there as well. Beautiful timing on the snowball, hitting the tower, hitting the cannon, hitting the Ice Spirit, allowing the Goblins to get a little bit of damage right there. Tesla to snipe the Archer Queen, not gonna allow her to pop her ability. And it's a close match, but honestly, looking solid for Mo. Damage-wise, he's definitely in a good spot right now. Okay, are we gonna see a snowball right side? We might have to see something. We're gonna see a snowball, but offensively, a little bit too late on the snowball. Not gonna allow the Goblin Jill to get a lot of damage, and he is gonna go in for another Goblin Jill. Are we gonna see poison? I was about to say that. If he does have poison, it would have been a good spot. If he didn't choose anything there, it was pretty much a confirmation that it was gonna be Rocket as the last card. Okay, so poison was indeed the last card for Mo. All cards are public right now, are known, and I wonder if we are gonna see any... Okay, Knight ability is gonna come down on defense. I was about to say, I wonder if we're gonna see any lane switch at all for Mo, but I don't really think it makes sense. Even though he does get a little bit of damage off the Berserker on the left side, I think it still makes sense for him to go same lane right here. He is gonna go for a evil Drill, poison, evil snowball. It's just so hard to defend it, and even though Sub is doing a great job at defending, at trying to take care of it, it's just still so much damage. Like, look at the damage he just took because of the evil Goblin Drill, because of the poison as well. Snowball comes down, probably gonna see or poison comes down, snowball as well. I was expecting a snowball, that is why I said it. And he is gonna go with a Knight onto the left side Archer Queen. Okay, so damage wise looking good. He does need to be careful with the Earthquake cycle, but if really necessary, he could always go for a poison cycle himself as well. I think it's interesting how he's using the Teslas up high so much, but even if the Tesla is out of cycle, Royal Hawks are not really getting a lot of damage. One of the Royal Hawks on the right side is going to get a little bit of damage this time around. Knight comes down to defend and take care of the Archer Queen, and Sub is surprisingly playing this so well. I mean, not surprisingly, but he's playing this so well. Like, he's actually doing a really good job at taking care of the Goblin Jills, not taking almost any damage at all. He is going to go in for the poison. Jill is not going to get any damage, but the poison damage is, of course, adding every single time with the Jill. Maybe we're going to see a snowball here. Let's see if he does. He does indeed go for the snowball. Berserker plus Bomber should be able to defend that without taking any damage. And once again, evil Goblin Jill, just so difficult to defend without taking any damage. Jill is going to get a lot of damage. Another Jill is being played right now. Earthquake prediction up high, but that should not really be able to get anything going. Nice snowball offensively, and Mohamed Light is gonna dominate game number 2 right here. Sub took game number 1. Mohamed Light is gonna take game number 2. Who is gonna win the last duel? Is it gonna be Mohamed Light? Is it gonna be Sub? See you guys soon with the final match of today's video. Last duel, last match of today's video, of this practice session. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think that Mohamed Light can make it to the World Finals. Let me know who you think dominated this practice session, but I would say that Mohamed Light definitely did a little bit better. Sub is still playing amazingly well. He definitely put up a good fight. Lots of win for Sub as well, but overall Mohamed Light definitely got the better end of it. Let's see what both of these players are going to be using here in the final match of today's video. I want to remind you guys that if you are watching this video right after the uploaded, if you watch the video, I can't even talk anymore after so many minutes. I think almost an hour of me sitting here commentating, watching. I wanted to say that if you guys are watching the video still all the way until this moment, right after I upload it, I might be live streaming right now. But I'm gonna be focusing on the match. I'm gonna stop talking because I can't even talk anymore. And let's see what we're gonna be facing, or what we're gonna be seeing here. Okay, Mohamed Light with 3 Musketeers and very aggressively at the bridge. Interesting play. NATO does come down, pulling them into the Giant Skeleton Bomb, pulling them into the Executioner. Nice play from Sub, and XE is not gonna get a hit. Overall start, nothing happened, nothing really changed damage-wise, but they did get a lot of information about what decks they are playing. Sub with an Executioner Giant Skeleton deck, probably gonna be... I was gonna say... okay, arrows come down. Arrows are not gonna take care of the Tombstone though. And Snowball from Sub as well. What is this deck? Snowball, Executioner, Giant Skeleton. Mohamed Light is using a pretty typical Three Musketeer type of deck. I wonder if he's gonna be having something like an Evil Mean Horde. He's definitely missing either one hero or one evolution. I would be surprised if he's not using... Okay, are we gonna see a Mean Horde here? What is his last card? It's Zeppies. Yo, okay, that's interesting. Baron is gonna come down. It's gonna get a lot of value. Zeppies are gonna get healed up by the Heal Spirit. Arrows come down, but the Hero Balloon is gonna take care of the left side tower. What an interesting deck pick from both of these players right here. Mohamed Light is gonna lose his left side tower. Is gonna deal a good amount of damage onto Sub's right side tower. Another ability being used by Sub. That was kind of an overkill in my opinion. I don't think he really needed to do that right there. Kind of a waste of 2 elixir in my opinion at least, but let's see if he is able to still stay alive and defend this. Interesting deck pick from Sub. I think it's probably gonna be Sub's game right here, just from the overall situation, but there's still 20 seconds left, guys. Let's wait a little bit. I don't want to be talking too soon, but this is looking good for Sub. Let's see if he is able to defend this. Evil XE is getting a lot of value. Golden Knight is gonna come down, but the XE is still very tanky. Right side is looking scary for Sub, but he has the Giant Skeleton. That's gonna definitely buy enough time for him to win this final match of today's video. Mohamed Light trying to break through, popping the ability in the last second, but unfortunately not gonna win the final duel of today's video. But overall video, very nice, very fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. A little bit different than usual. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care.